Hi Dev.
Hi, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Can't hear you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can't hear you, Dev.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No?
Am I audible? Can you
Yes.
hear me? Okay. Yeah, rejoin. Hello.
Can you hear me
Let me
now?
check my system also. I can't hear you. Okay. Just a second.
Can you hear me?
The problem is
Now you can hear?
yeah.
You can hear now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Yeah. So good morning.
Good morning, sir. Manav is,
Knock
he
listen.
said he's not.
I think when we were switching, no, I was there. I was there. I didn't rejoin. No.
Hmm.
Have you done the homework?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All were very easy questions. Straightforward.
Right.
Mm, uh, can you call him? See what happened.
Hmm. Bro, so waiting to, like he said, he's not there.
Yeah,
He,
joined.
acha, yeah. Yeah.
Hi Manav, good
Hi,
morning.
sir. Good morning.
Okay, so today we'll be doing a very interesting topic. Like where we have left the topic, we'll continue from there. Uh, yeah. So see, while doing partial derivative, we talked about that the gradient of the line, okay, on a point, uh, this gradient of a line is tangent on a tangent on a surface at a point is infinite, right? So we have to restrict that number with respect to direction, right? So we used to give the direction which is along x direction or which is along y direction. We name that, particular term that is called partial derivative of the function with respect to x and partial derivative of the function with respect to y, right? So there we have seen that we have only two tangent of such kind, one which is parallel to the x direction or x axis, the other which is parallel to y axis or which is along y direction, right? Now we can talk about any such tangent. Okay, we can have any tangent on the surface at a point, but the direction is not restricted to just x or y axis. Okay, the direction could be anything, the direction could be anything, but it should be, you know, in xy plane. Are you getting? Because the independent variables in multivariable function is x and y, or like for two independent variable, if we have two independent variable function, are you getting that? We have two independent variable, right? And uh, those independent variable actually gives us the idea of rise upon run, right? Like we have seen in the differential. Hmm? We have seen in the differential, the partial derivative or
Mm.
the change in x and change in y gives the idea about rise and run, isn't it? Gives the idea about rise and run that we have seen
Mm.
in differential. So based on that concept, we'll provide the direction to the tangent which is in xy plane. Okay, it is not like we restrict the direction to only x direction or to only y direction. It can be combination of x and y, right? So let me draw the diagram first and then we'll talk about that.
So are we discussing a window?
Sorry, are you saying to me something?
Yeah, are
The
we
homework.
discussing the window questions?
No, we are not discussing that. We are doing directional derivative.
Okay.
I said in the last lecture only we will doing the directional derivative function,
Yeah. This
right?
is the one with the half an hour of theory, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't start this directional derivative. So like the idea which we started with, the derivative of multivariate function is one which is along x direction, the other which is along y direction, and the name of those derivative is called partial derivative. Can you recall that everything what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
hmm, okay, so this is z axis, this is y axis, and this is x axis, right? So we are talking about the see, if suppose we have a point here on the surface, okay, if I find the derivative or the slope of this line, what is this? This line is along x direction. Okay, this line is along don't draw, just a second, don't draw, this is not the final diagram. Okay, so what I'm asking you, this is one of the tangent on the surface at point P, isn't it? This is the tangent on the
Yeah.
surface at point P. This is along x direction, right? So what is the other name of this? This is basically partial derivative with respect to x. Am I right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
suppose I
Yeah.
draw,
Yeah.
yeah, I draw this line, hmm, I draw this line, which is this is a tangent, okay, on the surface at point P, which is parallel to y-axis. So what is the other name of this? Fy, which is partial
FY.
derivative of the function with respect
Yeah.
to y. So far we have restricted the direction of the tangent
Yeah.
about x direction and y direction only. right? And at that time, I told you that we could have any tangent on the surface at point P, provided the direction must be given. Because if we don't discuss direction, there are how many tangents on the surface at point P?
Infinite.
Infinite tangent, and we cannot discuss infinite tangent, so we need to provide direction. We need to provide direction. But at that time we were discussing about only x direction and y direction, right? But we could have any direction which is which can be
Yeah.
given to that particular tangent. Like if I draw this line, okay, if I draw this line, this is also a tangent on the surface at point P, isn't it? This is also a tangent, but the direction direction of this tangent is not along x axis or not along y axis. It is some combination of x and y. Am I clear? It is some combination of x and y. Just a second.
Yeah.
Just listen carefully. You will understand everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So now today we are going to discuss such tangents which has direction which can be represented as the combination of x and y. Okay, so how do we represent a vector in xy plane? How do we represent vector in xy plane? If suppose we have this point as 2 comma 3, how do we represent this vector from origin in xy plane? This is like 2i plus 3j, okay,
2y plus
Plus
3j.
3J.
3j. So basically this is a combination of x and y axis. So what is the unit vector along x direction? I cap. And what is unit vector along y direction? J cap, right? So it is combination of, these are the unit vector. So it is combination of x and y, right? So now we how do we discuss the tangent on the curve in two dimension figure? How do we discuss tangent of the curve in two dimensional figure? If suppose this is the curve, we have point P, okay, we have point Q here, okay, let's say P and Q. This is just a, you know, the what can projection of those points P and Q on x-axis, right? These are the projection of, P and Q on x-axis. So what is the definition of tangent of the curve at point P in two dimension? What is the definition? We know the definition. Why are you so serious about this? We know the definition.
Yeah.
Definition is this is delta x, right? So if but we will pull this point Q, we'll pull
Mm.
point Q over P. Okay. So what we are doing in that course, we are making delta x tends to 0, and the rise upon run, the rise upon run is called derivative function, isn't it? So what we do basically, we pull this point
Mm.
Q over P dash. Are you getting that? We are literally not pulling the Q over P. We are not
Yeah.
doing that. We are working on independent variable. Try to understand this. This is very important. We are working on independent variable. We are not working on dependent variable. So what we are doing? We are reducing the size of delta x. It means we are pulling Q dash over P dash. Are you getting? It respond by along the curve. Are you getting that? It respond along the curve. But what we are doing actually, we are
Yeah.
pulling Q dash over P dash. We are literally making delta x tends to 0. We are not going along curve. It responds by doing this. Are you getting that? So this is really important because we are working on independent variable. Are you getting this idea? We are working on independent variable, right? Now try to understand in this multivariable function, if we have a
Yeah.
surface, right? We have a surface. So what we'll do, we want tangent at we want tangent on the surface at point P, right? At point P, which has certain direction, So just a second, let me just complete the diagram. Hmm? So we have certain direction, and the direction is combination of what I said, the combination of hmm, x and y, which is
Excellent.
which is in xy plane. So let's say this is the unit vector along what, not along, the unit vector in xy plane, right? Are you getting that?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
what we are actually trying to find, what we are actually trying to find
Yeah.
here, what we are actually trying to find. If I have given you the direction, I have given you the point on the surface. What we are
Uh,
trying to find here.
The
the
equation
tangent
of the
parallel to that line.
Yes, because that is the
Mm.
direction provided to the tangent. That means that is the direction. Okay, we require to draw the tangent, because the tangent is parallel to that line. Okay, the tangent is parallel to that line. Are you getting that?
Mm.
And that tangent is on the surface at point P, right? So what we are doing actually here now, we there are two independent variable x and y. So we have to work on x and y in such a way that we get tangent on the surface at point P, right? Like this, like in this scenario, right? We have to work on independent variable in such a way that we get tangent on the surface at point P. Are you getting this? Because see, in the two-dimensional figure, we have worked on independent
Mm.
variable. The independent variable was x. So we worked on x. We worked on s, that is delta x tends to 0, to get the tangent at point P, right? To get the tangent at point P. Similarly, similarly, we'll work on independent variable here in multivariable function. The independent variable are x and y in such a way we get tangent at point P on the surface. Right? I'm just making you this the relation in such a way you can understand this easily. Okay. Now, what I'm doing, I'll just taking the projection of this point P. Okay, projection of this point on xy plane. So this point is basically P dash. Are you with me? This point is basically P dash. And I am taking one more
Yeah.
point Q here. Okay, let me draw this little bigger. Okay, so now I'm taking another point Q here. Okay, Q dash. Q dash. Let's say the projection of Q is on xy plane as Q dash. So this is the point, right? And what we are doing, we are making the distance between Q dash and P dash
Mm.
tends to 0. That distance is h. Can you see this? The distance is h. What I am doing here,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what I am doing, just a second, let me make it more clear. Uh, yes. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to reduce the distance between Q dash and P dash, right? It So Q and P respond accordingly. Are you
Mm.
getting that? The point Q and P respond accordingly. If I reduce the distance
Mm.
of Q dash and P dash, Q, you know, the distance between Q and P also reduces. Are you getting that? So that is because, you know, the independent variable are changing, and because of that
Right.
the rise is also decreasing. Okay, we have to find out the rise, what rise is going on.
Hmm.
So what I'll do, we'll try to, okay, what is the direction? Direction is U bar, right? The direction is U bar here. The direction is U bar. So what I'll try to
Hmm.
make a component of, okay,
Hmm.
how do I approach P dash from Q dash? How do I approach P dash from Q dash? Is there any way, or we directly walk over Q dash to P dash? There must be proper method to approach P dash from Q dash. So what I'll do, the method is vector basically. We need certain direction to approach P dash, right? So what I'll do, I'll move along y direction, that is your del y, right? Huh? I'll move along y direction, that is your del y, and then what I'll
Yeah.
do, I'll move along x direction, that is our del x. It's so tiny. Just a second.
Hmm.
Is that fine? So we are moving along x direction then, and to approach P dash. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you draw the diagram, okay? Because I'm going to zoom out.
Hmm. That's all.
Done. Okay. So what we are trying to find here, we are trying to find the tangent at on the surface at P, right? We are trying to find tangent on surface at P which is parallel to U bar, right? Which is parallel to U bar. Are you
Yeah.
getting that? So what I have drawn
Yeah.
P dash Q dash, okay, which is parallel to U dash. P dash Q dash is parallel to U bar, not dash, U bar. It is not visible properly, but that's parallel line. Okay, that's parallel line. Okay, you can
Hmm.
imagine that P dash Q dash is parallel line. So now if P dash Q dash is parallel to U bar, PQ is also parallel to U bar. Am I right?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to make a surface. Okay, like, okay, when we are when we were finding the tangent parallel to x direction, So what we were doing, we were trying to make a, you know, uh, plane which is, parallel to xg plane. Okay, and then we find the cross section of the surface, or the cross section of the object. Are you getting that? Cross section of the object that gives us the curve, and we are finding the tangent to that curve, right? Similarly here, if we have to draw the tangent parallel to u bar. So what I'll do, I will make a plane which is parallel to u bar z. I'll make a plane which is parallel to u bar g and intersect the surface at point P. Okay, let me draw that first. Like, this is the point. Hmm? Now, can you imagine this? The plane is,
Yeah,
intersecting the object, and that plane is basically parallel to UZ plane,
yeah.
right? That plane is basically parallel to UZ plane. It intersects the object at point P. Okay, and that plane is basically parallel to UZ plane. So we get P dash Q dash. The projection of P dash Q dash is on the surface P and Q. We are trying to reduce the distance between Q dash and P dash. It so it
Hmm.
that responded by the, the secant become tangent basically. Okay, means what is PQ? If you draw PQ, that is secant, isn't it?
Hmm.
So when you reduce the size, means when Q dash approaches P dash. Okay, so secant approaches to tangent at P. Secant approaches to the tangent at P. Are you getting this idea? So the everything will work on delta x and delta y. So if we reduce the distance between, if we reduce the distance delta x and delta y, which tends to zero, automatically h will also tends to zero, right? How do I show p dash q dash in terms of
Yeah.
vector? How do I show p dash q dash in terms of vector?
P dash, Q dash.
Um,
P dash q dash is parallel to u bar.
so so can't you, like, won't it be delta xi plus delta yj?
Yes. So no, that's the next step. Basically, what I'm asking,
Oh,
how
no, no,
do
no, no.
yeah, how do I write p dash q dash in terms of u bar? So u bar is unit vector, right? U bar is unit
Into a fraction
vector.
of U bar, right?
Yes, yes, scalar multiple of u bar.
Yeah,
What we call that as scalar multiple of u bar. So p dash q
Element.
dash
right.
is nothing but h. So that can be written as scalar multiple of u bar. Okay. So before that, you just
U bar.
write the description of the diagram first. Hmm? Write down to give a direction. We must have a vector, line vector on the plane of the independent variable. Okay. So the direction is okay. So we can write the things we need is direction u unit vector u cap, and second we need a point. Okay, make a line through P parallel to u cap. Make a line P through P parallel to u cap. Okay, to create a plane parallel to uz plane. So the idea is when P dash Q dash is a secant, hmm, P dash Q dash is secant. Here it is P dash, huh? Here. Make a line through P dash parallel to U cap, okay, and PQ. PQ is secant, not P dash Q. PQ is secant line as Q dash approaches P dash, the secant approaches to the tangent at P. Are you getting this? Are you getting this line? PQ is a secant line, right? As Q dash approaches P dash, which is on xy plane, the secant approaches to the tangent at P, which is on the surface. Are you getting this? You can check your diagram.
Yeah.
When Q dash approaches P dash, right, the secant approaches to the tangent at P. So delta x and delta y must tends to 0. How it happen? When h tends to 0, h tends to 0 happen when delta x and delta y tends to 0, right? Because h has two component. H is a vector. H is nothing but
Hmm.
p dash q dash. P dash q dash has two component, which is delta xi, means delta x, and delta y. How do I write p dash q dash in vector form? P dash q dash is nothing but delta xi plus delta yj, right? If I want to reduce the distance between
Yeah.
P dash and Q dash, means I want to make h tends to 0, I have to make delta x and delta y tends to 0, isn't it? So that is the idea. Now whatever I said, I will
Yeah.
write it in mathematical term. Now since you know P dash Q dash parallel to U cap, it means P dash Q dash is equal to H U cap, right? Which is scalar multiple of whatever the H. H can be fraction also. Don't worry about that. So that would be the scalar multiple of U cap, right? How do I represent unit vector? Unit vector will have two component, right? Because this unit vector is basically in xy plane. Are you getting that? So it will have two component. What is unit vector first of all? Mano, what is unit vector?
In this case, the unit vector
No,
is
no. How do how do you say that
Unit
the particular
one.
vector is a unit vector whose magnitude is 1, whose magnitude is 1, right?
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
is unit vector. So
one.
the, yeah, so
Mm.
unit vector will have two component in this case because it is in xy plane. So u1 I bar plus u2 j bar. Do you agree with this?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can write this as hu1 I bar plus hu2 j bar. Okay, now we know one thing, that p dash q dash is equal to delta xi plus delta yj. Hmm? This we know, isn't it? P dash q dash
Yeah.
is equal to delta xi plus delta yj. See, this is in terms of unit vector. This is in terms of delta x and delta y, right? We can equate them. We want everything must be discussed in terms of unit vector, right? Not delta x and delta y. Fine. So we'll equate this,
Hmm.
and what we are getting here, delta x is equal to hu1 and delta y is equal to hu2, right? So what is my
Hmm.
idea? The idea is we have to reduce this delta x and delta y in such a way it tends to 0. In such a way it tends to 0, that gives the derivative. Derivative of the line, of the tangent line at point P, right? On the surface, obviously. So that derivative is basically limit limit delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0. Okay, rise upon run. What is rise in this case? What is rise in this case?
H
Uh,
rise is HU2.
no.
Delta y,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The
With delta
delta
y.
z. No, delta
Delta
z.
y.
Sorry, delta z, not delta y. Delta z. The rise is delta z,
Hmm.
right? Which is f of x plus delta x, comma y plus delta y minus f of x comma y. I don't want to make more suspense in this. This is the basically rise, isn't it? These are the difference in z value. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Because see, q dash is basically x plus delta x, comma y plus delta y. Do you understand this? We already been discussed this many times, right? Q dash, let me write that. Q dash is basically x plus delta x, comma y plus delta y, and p dash is x comma y. Isn't it? Is it clear now? Because we have to reduce the distance. No, we are taking delta x and delta y here. Can you see that the
Hmm.
distance, the difference? Hmm?
Hmm.
So rise is basically difference between z value upon what? Upon run, right? And the run is in terms of
Yeah.
delta x and delta y. It will include these two value, delta x and delta y,
Yeah.
in denominator. So it will be some function in terms of delta x and delta y. Right now I don't know the function. Okay, so how do I find the relation? Like, but we know one thing sure, that this is going to be h, because if delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0, h tends to 0, right? H tends to 0 means that is the overall
Hmm.
run, isn't it? That is the overall run. That is the resultant
Hmm.
run, you can say, in terms of vector. If you understand, that is the resultant run, right? So what is the relation between h and delta x delta y? Means what is the relation between them? So let's find out that relation, because we need to understand what is h exactly, right? H must be written in terms of delta x and delta y. Then we conclude the formula. Okay. So if I square these terms, so what I get?